Even Sade was, she kind of had a fairly soft voice, though. She didn't really have a
high pitch. Yeah, with no high pitch. With no high pitch.
She has a different type of voice. Because her voice, it makes her very unique.
Who's taking off her shoes?
Peace, y'all.
Peace.
She has a real classical voice. It's like it's like she is supposed to be in this singing.
What was her favorite, the most popular song she was singing?
There's a few.
Oh, about to send me back to rehab. So I said,
I'm gonna let everybody get in the house, y'all.
Hey, that shit was funny. Yeah, she sang about some real shit. But that's what
There's no religion with us. There's no religion.
It gotta be some real shit.
Script for thousands of years was. They didn't steal it, they fabricated it. No, they stole it. And then gave you false information.
So yeah, y'all, we're gonna talk about we kind of brought this topic last night. About the siege of Magdala. A lot of people don't know that the scriptures were stolen from Africa. Now, when these scriptures were stolen from Africa, nobody in Africa had the scriptures. Nobody had a copy. So they stole the original, translated the original in another language, put the original up, and gave us what they wanted us to have. So they came back teaching a book that we had never read. But the key point is that don't mean it came from Africa. So in actuality, we was never supposed to have the book. We was never supposed to have the Bible. I believe in God. I believe in the Bible. The Bible is a vision. It's a prophecy. It's not a teaching. So since so many people have picked the Bible up and tried to teach it, they have what? Misinterpreted. Because you got to look at the Bible as a script. A script is something that has to be acted out. Now, it's mighty funny that Christ said he come in the volume of the book. Why does Christ say he come in the volume of the book and we come in the interpretation? Everybody on the face of the earth is coming in the interpretation of the Bible. But Christ comes in the volume of the book. That's the separation from Christ and everybody else. Because remember, the Bible cannot be interpreted. The Bible has no private interpretations. So right now, y'all, this is a verse about what? I mean, this is a picture about the day the Bible and manuscripts was taken. Now, no historian teach about this, y'all. Why did not historian scholars teach us about the siege of Magdala, y'all? Why haven't we learned about the siege of Magdala? All this history. They tell us the Bible come from this, the Bible come from that. if they simply teach us this, we'll understand where the Bible was taken from. We'll understand what the Bible is connected to. And then we'll probably understand what the Bible is actually talking about. Or we'll have an ear for what the Bible is talking about. That's a better way to say it.
If you look up the Siege of Magdala, look up the Salic-minded dynasty, look up Tedros II. What? We're
going to do another one, put Siege of Magdala.
Siege of Magdala, yeah.
Yeah, so people could know. But the Siege of Magdala, y'all, was was one of the biggest campaigns in history. This is the King of Kings that they took everything from. They call him Tedros II, Theodore II. Look him up, y'all. Tedros II, East African, from the lineage of David. We know who David is, but we don't know none of David's kids. You don't know the pappy if you don't know the kids. You know. So again, this is Tedros II, y'all. Family, somebody put his name in the comments. Somebody gonna have it in the comments. Tedros II. Family, put his name in the comments so we can ping it.
I'll put it in there.
This is who the Bible is connected to. How you ping a comment? Tedros II. It looks like you. Yeah, it's part of my ancestors. It's part of my ancestors. He damn sure look like my daddy. But the thing about y'all, we know nothing about. Now this man got a gold statue. He got a gold statue, y'all, in Africa. You can't go nowhere in the world and find a gold statue that say King of Kings. Correct. Tedros II. You can't find nowhere around the world and find a gold statue labeled King of Kings and Lord of Lords. He has a statue. Why we don't know about him? King of Kings and Lord of Lords? When you say that, y'all, what's the first thing popping people's mind? Somebody that you will never... We can go to his grave. You know, we can go to this individual. This is who the biblical scrolls was taken from. The biblical scrolls was taken from a King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Know it. Now he was sitting on King David's throne, y'all. He was sitting on King David's throne. Why we don't know about this man? Now the scrolls was taken because we was divided. You know, you got to understand we are divided. So Africa was able to be invaded because even when they took the scrolls, other Africans was what? Helping out the British. Now, we did provide y'all with this book yesterday. It's the Siege of Magdala. Now, all this stuff happened at the time of Queen Victoria. Do anybody know who Queen Victoria is? She's a very important history figure. Now, all this stuff that we talking about happened in Queen Victoria time. Now, in Queen Victoria time, they had something called the Dark Ages, right? Who know about the Dark Ages? Look up and see when the Dark Ages came about. Who know about the Dark Ages, y'all? So Europe wasn't ruling the world in the Dark Ages.
First, the 900 years of European history between the 5th and 14th century.
Well, look up Europe Great Depression. Europe had a Great Depression around Victoria time. I might have said that. Which is the Great Depression is part of the Dark Ages. You know how they lied to us.
1929.
1929. No. It's in 18.
It's in 19.
See what happened around Queen Victoria time.
I think Victoria's before that. She's in 1901.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying like something happened in her time where they were struggling, like they almost starved.
Queen Victoria visit Ireland?
No, it wasn't Ireland. It was the real story of Queen Victoria and the Irish. No.
It's family. The famine queen. That's in 1849.
I don't know. Maybe like I said, it's something that I read that talks about. And like I said, that's how Great Britain, like I said, got their true power, y'all. And this is the first time that Africa was ever invaded with guns. Another thing I want us to understand. Africa had never been invaded until 1868.
Yeah, this is it. Great hunger. How to beat the famine. With the Irish.
But guns and new technology enabled the Europeans to form a United Nations. See, this is how you got the United Nations. These are people that form together to invade the King of Kings. Now, like I say, y'all, this is a campaign. This was something that was thought out. This was something that was planned. This was something that was strategized. This was something that was thought out. They built railroad tracks. They had over 30,000 animals. 30,000 animals. They even built a mini city to set up before they even entered Magdala. You know, so why wasn't we taught about something of so significance, so important to African and African Americans' history? We don't know nothing about it. I asked yesterday, how many people ever heard of the siege of Magdala? If you have not heard about the siege of Magdala, put a 1 in the comment. If you never heard of the siege of Magdala, put a 1 in the comment. Now look, y'all. This is the greatest. This is one of the greatest history stories that really exists. And see, this is stuff we could put our hands on. So y'all seeing all the ones that's getting, and I appreciate y'all for participating. Because I just want to show people, we listening to all these historians, but what are they really telling us? They babbling. They talking about 2,000 years when they don't even know about the siege of Magdala. They talking about the Bible when a lot of scrolls was found in the 1900s. So who teaching us and telling us that this stuff happened thousands of years ago? The people who stole it. The people who stole and took these things tell us when they took place. The people who originally had it, they never told us when these things took place because they was visions. When our people had the scrolls, it was no need to give them out because there was visions. There was parables. There was dark sayings. So the Bible what? Put you in darkness because what you read is dark sayings. They have to be interpreted. But just because the Bible has to be interpreted, that don't make it false. But what we have done, because the people that stole it gave it to us, they tell us what it is. And I told y'all last night about the motion picture. They put the Bible in motion picture. They just didn't give you the Bible after they translated it. Oh no. No. They gave you a motion picture. They put the Bible on TV. So now everything that you read, now you seeing it and you hearing it. So what? All your imaginations can be vain. Now God coming back talking on earth. Don't nobody believe it. Because we want God to walk on water. We want God to do magic. We want God to do everything you seen on TV. Everything that people want God to do is coming from TV. It's not coming from logic. Because right now we need freedom. We need liberty. We need justice. The Bible says we got a God of justice. So what do a God of justice look like? A superhero on cartoons? The Power Rangers? Or we going to transform, huh? They got some people still waiting to transform. Literally. Yeah, that's not none of this. So, if you stole our vision, remember, the Bible was never a teaching. They stole the visions, translated it, hid the original, gave you what you wanted to know in a translation that was never taught to you, and put it in motion picture. And now you got vain imaginations about your own vision. Because don't you need salvation? Don't we need what? Liberty? Don't we need justice? But we in vain imagination, how are we going to get all those things? We think aliens going to come back and give it to us. We think a spaceship going to really fly in the sky and bring us salvation. Aliens didn't give the Romans power. Jesus ain't give the Romans power. So how did the Romans get power? One mind. I gave them power.
Peace.
Hello.
You got to carry them up.
Yeah, I do. Alright. There.
Yeah, we got
How
it.
old
I
are
can't
you?
show my full
We
face.
got to see your face, brother.
Like I don't know. Alright, fine.
Huh?
He looks like a child.
Yeah, I got my face. Wait 1 minute.
So yeah, y'all, so what I was saying, man, when you deal with the siege of Magdala, y'all, it's mighty funny. We was never taught about this history. This history is connected to Bible prophecy. These things happened 1868, with 54 years ago. You know, I might be a little off on my calculation, 55. You know, we talking about stuff I was saying last night. We was here millions of years ago. We don't even know what we was doing in 1868. You ask somebody, say, what happened in 1868? Right after they say, man, millions of years ago, this and this happened. Ask them what happened in 1868. You know what they're gonna say? They don't get to thinking about it. Brother, you just was talking about 1,000,000 years ago. Y'all, you know how long 500 years? Just sit back and be like, 500 years. What went on 500 years? We got pictures of us with a house phone. The kids that's living today know nothing about a house phone. They can tell you about, oh, my mom told we had a house phone. They don't know nothing about a house phone. That was less than 20 years ago. But times 20, times what? Times 40? Times 30? We just talking about 500 years, y'all. So when we get people trying to teach us about history, and they going back 500, 600, thousands, millions. That's Babylon, y'all. That's what Babylon is. Talking about something you know nothing about. That's what Babylon is. Nobody know nothing about 500 years ago, y'all. Nobody. Don't let them fool you. For one thing, they wasn't there. And all they got is an outline. That's why I speak on what I'm doing. I don't speak on what another man did. Now, I bring facts. And the only reason I bring this out is to help you understand what's happening. I'm not bringing this out so you could be a great historian. Let me go teach history. For what? What I'm going to teach history for? I'm going to tell you a little bit about history so you won't be tripping like the people in history, and then we're going to worry about the future. I'm not finna be a historian. I'm just going to teach you. What can you teach me about history? But the mistakes, so I won't make them, and how to live better in the future. And y'all, why do you think we got historians? Why do you think they got people to teach us history? Because it's a lie. So they want to teach you that, so that's all you know. So most people don't go look for nothing else. I know everything. I was taught it already. No, you wasn't taught nothing. I just went to my little girl orientation, and what the historian said, he said they changed history. He said they changing how they do history now. Now they're going to teach you about, what he said?
9/11.
Yeah, 9/11, and they're going to put all that in. For what? What the hell I need to learn about 9/11 for? That's going to take me off what? A lot of things that I might need to learn. So now my brain filled up with 9/11 that ain't got nothing to do about me. But my brain filled up with the garbage. So now I can't put nothing good in there because I got a whole bunch of garbage. But this is why you go to history. That's why they call it indoctrination, y'all. So this is why they have history teachers, to teach you lies. Because if they ain't taught you about the siege of Magdala, they ain't taught history. So I'm the new history teacher, 101. And class ain't going to be long. Short and sweet.
I'm scared to come up.
So, like I say, y'all, if you're coming up, have your camera on. Because, like I say, y'all, people are not telling the truth. And that's why I say flee from Babylon. Y'all, fleeing from Babylon is not easy. Getting out of Babylon ain't easy, y'all. It ain't easy. Because when you really realize everybody just talking, It's gonna blow your mind. And when I say everybody, everybody. See, if you're really not teaching what you do, you're not doing it. You're not doing it. Nobody teach skills from a book. Should I say it again? Nobody teaches you skills from a book. In sports, do they read books or do they train physically? Right? Nobody can read a book and become a good sports player. It's impossible. You can study that book till you blue. Soon as they put that ball in your hand, you can't do nothing. Because all you've been doing what is reading a book. So if they try to get the world over to the black man and black woman right now, we couldn't handle it. We ain't did no physical work. We've been like this in books. So as soon as they give you the ball, you ain't gonna know what to do with it. So y'all, don't become a bookworm. We're not bookworms. Oh no, I'm speaking for all of us. Because at the end of the day, I'm ready. I'm just speaking so people can enter their ears. Because if I just come on here and say, I'm ready, and people can't hear that. People can hear when, look, we need to get ready. Because even when you think you're ready, you might not even be ready. So I'm speaking for the collective because majority rules. That's what we got to understand. Majority is what rules. And majority of us is not ready to be given the ball to govern. Well, like I say, I guess if I just make the statement, a lot of us have been getting prepared. These last 10 years, y'all, have been a journey. If you've been in any kind of awakening, these last 10 years, 5 years have been a hell of a journey. You know, so we have been getting prepared. We have been getting shaped. You know, we have been getting formed because it's our time. And it's not our time to look down on people, but it's our time to come together and heal the world. We have that flavor. We can heal the world. That's what we got to know. What's going on, brother man? Peace, peace. You got to turn your camera on and we can get it popping.
Can I use my voice on? I can't tell my camera.
You sound very low.
Yeah, we can barely hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that sounds better.
Yeah, so I had a question for you, host. I heard you said you were the Messiah.
I know, yeah, you're correct, but you just got to turn your camera on, brother man, and show your face, and we can continue the conversation.
I can't, to be honest. Where I'm at. You got a problem?
Do that, brother man. You're going to have to come back, you know, when you can.
All
right, appreciate you. So we got to understand, y'all, like we got the flavor.
Hello.
You know, greetings. You got to turn your camera on to speak, sis.
Yeah, I'm here. So I'm a bit confused. I just want to ask like a few questions because I'm quite intrigued by how, you know, you're claiming to be quite, you know, I don't know how to explain. You're claiming to basically be the Messiah, but on your lives a couple of days ago, you were saying all religions are fake. So what religion are you?
Not in religion. We believe in God, but we don't have to be in religion to believe in God. We're revealing that the scriptures were stolen in Africa because some people believe that the scriptures are written by the Romans. And there's some people who believe that the scriptures are from Africa, but they believe in the 2,000-year-old Christ that came from the Romans. It didn't come from Africa.
How does that make any sense?
It means that you have been deceived by the 2,000-year-old Christ and not knowing that it's going to happen in the
So what
last
makes you
days.
think he's Christ? Like, I don't. Why is he claiming to be someone he's clearly not?
What is
I'm just being real. Like, I can
look,
have my opinion, you can have yours too, but I don't. I simply
look,
don't
sis,
think that.
the scriptures say nobody knows the Son but God, right? Do you believe in the scriptures?
Well, scriptures are a big part of the holy
Because
book.
okay, that's what I'm saying. So do you? I'm just asking, do you believe in it? Yes or no? So because nobody knows the Son but God. So it's fine with you not believing I'm the Son, but do you know where the Son is at?
He came to. He came to die for us. Yeah.
That's not. I asked you a simple question. Do you know where the Son at?
He's
I ain't asked you when
in
he came
heaven.
or what you believe about. Do you know where he's at?
He resurrected from the dead and went to be
So
with his
so
father.
basically so basically your answer is no. So your opinion won't matter because you don't know where the real one is. You could say I'm not the real one, but if to say
But
I'm
why are
not the
you
real one,
claiming? Why are you
you would have to.
claiming to be him though? I
So,
don't understand.
if I wasn't him, I wouldn't be proclaiming these things. That's like that's like when Christ in the story met the woman by the well. She didn't know she was talking to Christ.
No,
Christ had to
because
reveal himself to her.
what you're doing is
You're
also
not even
you are referencing two holy books. You are reading one holy book and then the other, like, and then you're referencing it.
Do you know
I'm
what the holy
honestly
books
just trying
Do
to
you know what the holy
understand.
books are for? Do you understand
You
what the
were
holy books are for?
referencing scriptures from the Quran and the Bible, and you are trying to back it up from both.
Do you know what those books are for?
Therefore, each religion to read and understand from and follow.
So you're saying the book is religion. Is religion?
prophecy.
It's a big part of
It's
the
not
religion.
prophecy.
Is a big part of it. Like the scripture says in the Bible is the sword.
So did God create religion or did man create religion?
God created religion because he created the world. But then the books, the parables, and all the. You're not understanding where I'm coming from. You expect me to understand
No,
where
we
you're coming
understand
from.
where you're
I'm
coming
just
from because
simply.
we understand where you're coming from because we talk to a lot of people who are in religion. So we understand it. We
Mhm.
just know it's a lie. Man created religion and used the books to create the religion. The book isn't for religion, it's a prophecy of the last days. It's a vision. But religion is not fulfilling the vision, they're just talking about the vision
Lying about it.
and lying about it.
So, did the person sitting next to you, did he turn water into wine? Like,
Yeah, he
no,
did.
you can't be smiling and not like
I
answering my
said yes, he
questions.
did. I said yes, he did. It's not
Sis,
He
you just
did.
you can't even show your
Really?
face.
you just said the scriptures were parables, right? Did Christ speak in parables?
Turn
So
no, so you're telling me the person sitting next to you turned water into
I
wine.
just told you yes. I said does Christ speaks in
Prove
parables,
it.
correct?
She can't
You're
listen.
not capable to
N-
Yeah,
see
you're
it.
not
I
even.
didn't say I was capable.
Exactly.
You
So how am I
asked.
going to show you something that you're not capable to see?
What do you mean I'm not capable to see? He's clearly claiming something hella big.
God didn't
Prove
choose
it.
you to see. God
Sis,
didn't choose you to see.
you ready to respond before you even hear what you asked. It clearly was asked. Did not Christ speak in parables? The Bible is parables, correct?
But that wasn't he
Sis,
turned
can you,
water into
sis,
Mm-hmm.
these are parables.
They're parables.
Allegory.
I can get a
Mm-hmm.
verse. I can get a verse. I can get a verse in the Bible where it says they are drunk, but not with wine. They stagger,
Get it
but
up for
not
me.
with strong drink. So you can be drunk with a lie.
Get it
You
up for
drunk with
me.
a
I'm
lie.
waiting.
You ever heard somebody drunk the Kool-Aid? You drunk the
What's
Kool-Aid right now.
Kool-Aid
You
got to
drunk the
do with
Kool-Aid.
this?
Huh?
What's Kool-Aid got to do with it?
You
You're
don't understand,
digressing.
sister. You know, I think the best thing for us to do, we're gonna move on in the queue because
Fine.
we
But
can't
until
even
we can
go up in the
prove it,
high
don't be
intellectual
talking
conversation.
silly. Simple.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, she can't even have an
The
intellectual
scriptures
conversation.
tell you people didn't understand his parables. Y'all still
She
confused.
drunk the Kool-Aid. She didn't know what that mean. She said, what Kool-Aid got to do with it? She don't know.
She waiting for water to turn into wine. Like, that is some real Harry Potter shit, man. Tricks are for kids.
Oh, got the most fun. Let me let him up already.
Yeah, that's yeah, this guy.
Hello, hello. How are you guys doing?
All right, peace. Let's cam up for us, brother.
Peace be with you, both of you. I can't for some reason. It doesn't show that I could show my face here.
Yeah, we
There you
Looks
go.
like
yeah, I
I
just
sent
sent you an invite. Because like I said, if you can't cam up and show your face, you're not gonna be able to speak, man. That's just a rule we got to keep the trolls down.
Okay,
All
so
right, there you go.
this is my thing. It is also. I mean, based on what I've heard here in the past, I think I was in here for like 5 minutes. If I'm not mistaken, you're saying that you are He, the Messiah.
Correct.
Okay. Um, that's where I have, certain. I can't say I agree with you because it was also written that many will come in my name, stating that I am He, the Messiah. Based on Scripture, He's not supposed to come back until the end, into the end times when He comes for His people, which are the Israelites and those who, even the Gentiles who follow Him and who would believe. That's when He will come back. So that's where I'm confused. Like, and I don't just read like any specific book. You got the Ethiopian Bible, you got the Roman Catholic Church Bible, which has 76 books. Ethiopian Bible has 88 books, and then you got your King James Bible, which has 66 books. So that's where I just don't see where is it written in there where he said he was going to come back before his time, because he doesn't even know, only the Father. So how is that possible?
Brother, the farthest time could be right now. That's why Christ comes like a thief in the night. So that's what, because we gotta, the truth have to be revealed by Christ. The truth we think we have, man have told us, and the scriptures say, let every man be a liar. So Christ comes like a thief in the night. At who
Yeah,
time? God time.
exactly.
Nobody knows.
The Father, not even he knew, not even the
Not even the
angels.
Son. Okay, so this is the Spirit entering a living vessel, a son of man. God was going to choose a living vessel. Just like God chose Noah, just like God chose Moses. And when
Yeah,
God chose this son of man was going to be taking everything back. But what? Many people was not going to see him. So that's what the thief in the night means. So right now, in reality, everything is almost taken back. You know, the powers that be already know these things, but the people don't know. You know, so right now, the thief in the night prophecy has been fulfilled. But the Son of Man is seen when he lifted up. As it also says, Christ must suffer and then enter his glory. But here's the cold trick that the people who stole the scriptures did. They told you Jesus came 2,000 years ago and suffered. Because they didn't want you to see the Son of Man suffering like the prophecy really tell you, and then the Son of Man that suffered is going to be lifted up. So the powers that be got you thinking Christ suffered 2,000 years ago. That's a lie. Christ suffering now, and then Christ is going to be raised to his glory.
Okay. See, because I was born and raised Catholic, but I don't follow the Catholic Church because their fruits do not follow their words. So, I mean, you can know somebody by their fruits, they say, or it is written. So I can't follow them when they are doing all these things that they're doing. And I've always been the type of person to seek. It's written, "Seek and you shall find." And I'm looking for knowledge. So it's kind of
Do you know where the 2,000-year-old Christ doctrine come from?
which ones. I mean, out of which books? Because there are several.
There's no
There are
books
several
that says
scriptures.
there's no books that says 2,000-year-old Christ.
No
So
books.
there's no books that has any dates. So where does the 2,000-year-old Christ come from? Because we know where it comes from, but do
Well,
you know
based
where
on
it comes from?
yeah, I mean, based on history, the 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 calendar changed from um BC and AD. And we do follow the Gregorian calendar, which is not the true calendar. And there are a lot of things that are just here for confusion. So,
So that's it's a false date,
So the
right?
2,000 years is the confusion.
oh, I
Because
mean, I
because
understand
you
that. I
said
mean,
in the
yeah, I mean,
beginning, nobody knew the time.
no, only y'all did. But if you go back to the book of Genesis and you follow all of the the people that were here before us, you could basically line up the time through their genealogy, how long they've lived, how long things have gone by. I mean, you could look at it in the
Man,
book of Genesis.
man gave you history, not
I mean,
God.
I'm not talking about man, because I mean, based on what people talk about now, you got scientists saying that the world's been has been here for millions of years or thousands of years, and I don't believe that the world has been here for thousands of years. I mean, millions, excuse me. The world is not as old as people make it out to be, based on the scriptures. That's what I'm going at. This
Well,
millions of years and dinosaurs not being here, it's false, because they found dinosaur bones with actual flesh that they still find up to today, but it's not put out in the mainstream media because they just want to lie to you based on what scientists say.
see, you got to understand, Europe is control of most of the information. Like 90% of the information is controlled by Europe.
Now, I agree with you.
The Roman
So
Catholic Church.
so when Europe went to Africa, they seen dinosaurs. They ain't got no elephant. They ain't got no giraffe. They ain't got no rhinoceros over there in Europe. So when the
Now,
Europeans came into Africa, they seen giants. The African elephant is humongous.
yes.
You see what I'm saying? So when they seen these things, they was like, whoa. They made it dinosaurs.
Yes.
So the dinosaurs, and see, this is how they created a false history. They made you think dinosaurs came, uh,
Millions of
whatever they
years ago.
said.
They're saying that they
You know
were
what I'm
here
saying?
millions of years ago and they don't exist
No,
anymore.
no.
How is it
The
a
same
dinosaur?
dinosaurs, the
How,
snakes.
how could they still
Uh,
find? Oh, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. How could they still find bones with flesh still in it, and they could actually take out DNA results from it? It's. I mean, you don't have to believe me. I mean, you could do your own research, but it's just. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. This is kind of weird because I mean, I like to. I don't like to disrespect people. I like to talk to people. I like to see where they're coming from. I mean, no disrespect. I don't follow religion. I've been down a path where I've always wanted to, hey, what religion do I go into? All this other crap. I don't follow religion. I like to follow the scripture, because nowhere in scripture did it say for us to follow religion. It said to follow him, follow the Messiah. So that's where I'm confused.
well, that's why I say, man, the thing about understanding, I can show you a scripture where the Messiah is only going to be seen by those who God choose. That's why you got two resurrections. You got the first resurrection where you rise with Christ. Then you
Yes.
got the second resurrection where everybody gonna what resurrect, because everybody gonna know who Christ is when Christ is lifted up.
Every knee shall.
So So Moses put a serpent on the pole. Now in
Mhm.
John, it tell you why Moses put the serpent on the pole. Because it say, just as Moses put the serpent on the pole, so must the Son of Man be lifted up.
Okay.
So the Son of Man being lifted up is the Son of Man that's in the earth, who God have chose, but nobody recognizes him. Because why? We worship idols. Now,
Okay.
you read a scripture in the beginning. You say many people gonna come in my name and say I am Christ. How many people come in Jesus' name and say Jesus is Christ?
A lot. I've,
Oh,
I've
oh,
experienced a lot of people,
all right.
especially
Now,
here on TikTok, that say that they're coming, that their name, they are the Messiah, that they are the chosen one, and yeah, I mean, the
well, no, no,
conversations
no,
get a
Not
little
no,
like
funny.
that.
you didn't hear me. You didn't hear what I said.
What's up?
I
What's
come
up?
in the Father's name. I come in the Father's name.
Hmm.
But how many people come in Jesus Christ's name saying that's Christ? Because it say the world gonna be deceived by somebody coming in my name claiming I am Christ. So everybody come in Jesus' name and say Jesus Christ. Christ reveals himself to you.
Hmm.
We don't reveal Christ. But the devil got everybody revealing who Christ is, but nobody knows who Christ is. Matthew 11 and 27. Nobody knows the Son but the Father. Because God chose the Son. But the devil making us choose who the Son is.
They say he came 2,000 years
You
ago.
see what I'm saying? That's deception.
Okay,
So,
but
so
that's
the
where
Son,
you keep bringing up that the Roman Catholic Church was the one that said he came 2,000 years ago. But if
correct.
you even if you read the Ethiopian Bible, which predates Roman Catholic Church, and the Ethiopian Bible comes from Africa, you could
Yes,
read it
we
in
know.
there. Huh?
Oh, we know
Well, what's
that.
that? That's what I'm
But
saying. So it's like I don't again.
So
Many people are just up to
how did
certain
the
scripture.
Romans get it? How did the Romans get the scriptures if it came from Ethiopia?
Well, I mean, the Romans conquered a lot of the areas in Jerusalem
So
in
they
the.
stole
In the
so they stole the scriptures in
Oh,
Ethiopia.
of course, and they also added pagan traditions into the real, to mix it in with the real stuff. I don't believe in Christmas. There's nowhere in scripture that says that Christmas is the Messiah's birthday. There's nowhere in scripture that says it. And a lot of these people that I have these conversations with, that I confront, I mean, with meekness and love. I don't like to disrespect people. Um,
yeah,
I asked them, where is it written in the book that Jesus was born on the 24th of this, on the 25th of December? Oh, we know that it's not written in the book, but we follow it because we chose to follow. So you follow doctrine of men. That's what they're doing. I don't see how is it Jesus' birthday and we're the ones that receive gifts. It makes no point. It makes no sense to me. And also, the ones that actually make the big money are these people on the top of the corporations that sell their stuff to get the money.
oh yeah, correct. Yeah, stuff like holidays. We know that that's pagan.
We all know
But
that's false.
but
Yeah,
them dates are too. Them
dates
dates.
is false.
Now Christmas is connected to because Christ will be born again by the Spirit. That will be Christ's birthday. So they watered the information down. Christ will be the tree with the star on it, with the lights wrapped around them, with what? With gifts. So
Yeah,
Christ is a
written.
tree
Yeah,
that's
it
a
is.
star that brings light and gift of the Spirit. But they took it and made it a pagan holiday and didn't
Of
give us the
course.
understanding of us what? Massing with Christ. Everybody gonna come to Christ. The Christ mass. But they took it, watered the information down, and gave us the interpretation that they wanted us to follow.
Got you around the tree.
So they got you around a tree with what? Christ is the tree that we eat from.
That's where
Christ is the tree that we get the gift from.
see. That's where I can't say that. Yeah, Christ is the is a tree because He is life.
Well,
He is the light.
no. It's a
You know?
metaphor,
Yeah.
brother.
I got you. I got you.
That's why it says That's why I say every plant that the Father has not planted will be uprooted. Those plants are people. You see what I'm saying? We are considered plants to God.
Yeah,
Like that's how the scriptures are written.
and that's where, like, I don't know, man, because
Brother, it's in the book. It's Christ say, I'm the true vine. The book is Christ say, I'm the true vine. Christ ain't a vine.
no, he's the tree.
But that's what I'm saying. That's a parable. You know, these are just parables and metaphors to describe the will of God.
I got you.
Christ ain't a lamb. You know, Christ ain't no lamb, man. Christ is flesh and blood. Christ,
Based
but a
on
lamb is just a represent of Christ's characteristics. He did no harm.
again, if 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 we're talking about Christ here, if I remember correctly, like I said, I read scriptures, and then there's Bibles that have, that has books taken out of it. Also, there are verses taken out of the Bible as well that many of us do not know of. For example, when Jesus' disciples went in to take a spirit out or a demon out of a certain person, they came back and said, "Oh, we couldn't do it." But then later on, it says in that same paragraph that this kind of spirit could only be taken out through prayer and fasting. And if you look at some other Bibles, they've taken that out. So we also have to be careful. We also have to test the spirit. We can't
Well,
you just
no, brother man, you said earlier we got to go through. We don't go through the book. We go through Christ.
yes, but also Christ also left teachings for us. Did he not?
No. Christ ain't got no
So
book in the Bible. Christ Christ said, "The sheep that follow me hear my voice." It didn't say read my book.
my people know my voice, he said.
Okay, so
Not my book.
and it also says, "You search the scriptures, and in them you think you have eternal life, when the scriptures testify of me." So the scriptures testify of somebody come bringing you the word in flesh and blood. That's why it says the living word and the living God. God dwells in a living vessel to bring you the word,
Yes.
not the book. Because the book also says God don't dwell in temples made with man hands. Who
Nope.
made the book? Man hands. Who made the church? Man hands. God ain't in neither one. But God is in a living vessel. And that's why the sheep gonna hear the voice. That's why
Right.
the pure heart gonna see God. That's what's
Well,
written in the book. It say the pure heart will see God. Why they gonna see? Because God gonna be in a living vessel, as it was in the Bible.
well, um, peace and blessings to you guys. I have to actually get back to work. I would love to have another conversation one of these days. May you guys have a blessed day.
All right, brother man. We appreciate you coming up.
Thank you.
Peace. And that's why we gotta understand the living word. The Bible talks about the living word, y'all. The living word. How do you get a living word? The Bible don't breathe, talk, or make a sound.
Or think.
So the living word gonna be in a living vessel. How we got the Bible? We got the Bible from the living word. That's why this is dead. The Bible comes from what somebody spoke, not what the Bible don't come from a book. The book comes from what people spoke, which was the living word. When it got on paper, it ain't living no more. So again, the Bible say the living word. God's word is living and powerful. It's what the scriptures say, y'all. I didn't write the scriptures. I'm not the author of the scriptures, but I am the finisher. I didn't write it, but I'm going to fulfill it. So this is why the Bible says God's word is living. So when people try to go find God's word in a book, you can't, because the book don't live. So look for God's word in one of your brothers and sisters, and you might find it. I really don't let y'all. If y'all want to come up, come on TikTok. I got the TikTok thing up there. If you got a TikTok, y'all, we on TikTok, Arch Evolution.
Hey guys, what's
We
up?
got 2 platforms going, so I can't do. It's hard working 2 platforms, y'all.
Peace.
You got a camera up for us, brother, man.
You want me to turn on my camera?
You got to turn your camera on and show your face, brother, to speak.
Why?
Yeah, man, we got some bad rules, huh?
But I have a sensitive area that I'm in. I can't reveal it.
Oh well, when you in an area that you can't reveal, we'll be waiting on you, brother.
So you don't give people an opportunity if they don't want to turn on their camera?
Correct. We feel that's not really genuine towards us because you can see us. So you can see us, we want to see you. That's like me coming to your house and you say you want to talk to me, but you don't open the door, you talk to me behind the door. You wouldn't do that, huh? I wouldn't talk to you. I'm just like, well, shit, I'm gonna walk off. You don't want to talk to me. But if you open the door, come out and talk to me, then
I
I'll
would
have a
talk
conversation with you.
through a door.
Well, brother, I was just using that as an analogy. Either you gonna turn the camera on, or we gonna move on, homie.
I don't even have my shirt on though.
Well, brother, that's not, hey.
We not here for the excuses. Yeah. Are you gonna do it or not?
Let me put my shirt on. Okay. I'll put my shirt on and then I'll turn the camera on. Okay?
Okay. Appreciate it.
All right. Do I gotta put pants on?
I don't got time for that. Yeah, if y'all DM me, I'll respond.
So don't forget, y'all go look up the Siege of Magdala. The Siege of Magdala. Family, put the Siege of Magdala in the comments form. The Siege of Magdala, y'all. The greatest. Well, I wouldn't say the greatest, but go look up this, y'all. No historian has taught us about history in the correct way. They all have gave us watered down teachings. Yeah, Jew, you got a second. I don't know who is this. Canada. Now I got 2 platforms going. What would be the question? Spill it. You disciples know me. Why you haven't joined yet?
Peace.
Hello?
Peace.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you. Can you cam up?
Sure. Hold on. Hold on a second. Let me see. Trying to see where it's at.
I'll send you an invite.
Okay. I'm trying to see where the camera, because I can't see the camera. Oh, here we go. There we go. Yeah, you know what? It's not letting me do it. It's weird.
Sometimes, we just sent you another invite.
Well, I have to send it to her in 20 seconds.
Yeah, you have to click on this.
Yeah, I'm pressing on the camera and it's not letting me
I
turn it
think
on.
what they button say you gotta hit sometimes.
Like you got to save it or something.
Yeah, like to
Yeah,
save it.
let me do that and then let me see if that works. You need to go live on below as a guest. Yeah, it says I have to go on live as a guest.
You're already on live.
Yeah, you're on live as a guest.
No, I know, but I mean, I want to turn the camera on and it's not letting me do that. Let me see. Now?
Yeah, now
There
it's
we
good
go.
now.
Okay. All right. Can you see me?
Yes, peace.
Greeting.
All right. I want to know is what the guy next to you, what he believes that he is.
Well, I don't believe I know, but I am the one that everybody's waiting on, the Christ. The one that's come judge the world, defeat the devil.
So who are you? Are you saying you're God or Jesus? Which one?
I'm neither one. God is spirit. I'm the son of man that's hosting God. That's hosting God's spirit. So Christ is an anointed one.
You're saying you're Jesus
Christ is
Christ?
anointed by God. So Jesus is more of a made up character. Because if you read Colossians 4 and 11, that might change your mind about Jesus. Because Jesus actually pronounced just us. If you read Colossians, Jesus represents the fellow workers of the kingdom of God. So the whole Jesus story has been taken and given to us in a false narrative. And most of us don't understand it. That's why Christ is here to reveal the truth and bring the world from darkness. The Bible also say the devil deceived the whole world. So why is the whole world deceived? Because they think Jesus came 2,000 years ago and they think Jesus is going to come out the sky. When all the prophets told you Christ comes from among the people and God don't change.
Well, if you believe that you are the Messiah or whatever, do a miracle right now. Do a miracle right now instead of
But so
smoking.
you got to think about this. What I'm doing is not what people want me to do. I'm doing what God want me to do.
No, you got to
See,
prove that
that's
you what
another
you
thing.
are.
Sis, well, look, I'm not here to prove nothing to nobody. I'm doing the will of God. The will of God is not to prove to man and woman who I am. That's not written in the will. The will does not say I got to come down and prove who I am to man and woman.
The
Yeah,
wicked
how
and
do you expect people?
adulterous,
How do you expect people to believe you then?
the wicked and adulterous generation is gonna seek for a sign, and they won't be given one. So y'all are seeking for a man to come out the sky and water to be turned into wine and all these other things. When Christ speaks in parables, it's a parable. It's not actual things that you believe in that happen on TV. That's what your pastor teaches you.
Does it also teach in the Bible about people claiming to be God and stuff like that? False teaching and stuff? Doesn't it say that?
That's the same. That's the
Yeah.
same people who say, "Oh,
That's the
Christ
same
lives."
thing that you guys are doing on
It's the same. It's the
TikTok.
same. That's the same thing when people say, "Oh, I got Christ's spirit." You can't have Christ's spirit. Christ is a living vessel. God is spirit. But they coming in Jesus' name saying that they got Jesus, Christ's spirit. So that's the lie.
Yeah, I don't
And
know
so you
anything
got to
about Christ's spirit.
understand,
I know about God's spirit.
so I'm not teaching, I'm a judge. I judge and I make war with the devil. So I'm not on here deceiving the world because I'm doing the will of God. I'm doing the works of God. The people that have
You're
taught you,
not. You're
Well, you don't
not.
know what we're
you
doing.
don't know what I'm doing.
You're doing false teaching. That's what you're doing. And
Okay,
you're going to pay for it.
okay. Now, what are you teaching?
I believe, this is what I believe. I believe there's a
I
God.
say,
I
what are
believe He
you
created
teaching?
everything.
I
What
ain't
do you mean,
ask
what
you
am I
what you
teaching?
believe in. I say, what are you teaching? If I'm teaching false, what you teaching?
What am I teaching? The Bible.
So are you teaching the truth? A lot of people teaching the Bible. Is it the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
It's the truth.
Oh, so you should be Christ then. You got the truth, right?
No, I'm not no
We all should
Christ.
listen to who? Love You, Charlie. We all should listen to Love You, Charlie, because you got the truth, right? That's what you just said, right?
The Holy Bible is truth.
I say, do you have the truth?
No, I'm not a God.
So you don't got the truth.
You can't make this up.
Oh, so if I have the truth, that makes me a God?
Christ is the one who comes back and brings the truth. Is
Truth.
that correct? Christ has the truth.
The truth, the light, and the way, huh?
God has the truth.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Was there any more questions you had? Because we're gonna.
No, but tell your whatever husband to quit smoking. That's not God.
All right, peace. Yo, y'all crazy, man.
She say she had the truth. She couldn't say she had the truth.
The Bible got
Then
the
the
truth.
Bible got the truth.
No, God got the truth.
Well, God got the truth. Do people hear that? Do people hear themselves?
She said, I got the truth.
But then she said, I don't have the truth because I ain't God.
Oh no, stop smoking. That's the only thing I'll say, man. Tattoos and smoking. Peace.
Hey.
Can you cam up?
It probably what God made marijuana for. Stress people be putting on people. Y'all put some stress on people, bro. We making stuff so simple, so hard. And we don't even have the truth. We'll say we don't got the truth, but then tell somebody, I know you ain't true. How you gonna do that? That's called psychological gone. But go ahead, brother, man. What's going on? What you got for me, bro?
Hey, bro, I'm fine. I'm from Ethiopian Orthodox Church,
Okay.
and I listen some your talks, and they are not fine. Even the first word, the Roman stole the Holy Scripture. Where is the first Holy Scripture? Scriptures were first get.
Well, Ethiopia. East Africa, whatever you want to, call it. That's why the Ethiopian book is the oldest book. The book of Enoch, comes from the Ethiopian people. So these scriptures was in Ethiopia, but it's mighty funny that we think they come from Jerusalem. Like the people over here, they think the Bible come from Jerusalem. So if the scriptures come from Ethiopia, well then where would Christ come from? Or what would Christ be a part of? So right now, man, we just giving facts. So people can understand, or have a foundation to hear the truth. Most people ain't even got a foundation to hear the truth. Because when I say Ethiopia, we thinking about, we fight with Jerusalem. Jerusalem is a people. Jerusalem is not a place on the map. The Europeans put it there. That's part of the crafty council. They put Israel on the map. Israel is a people. But since the Europeans put it on the map, now Israel is no longer a people. Now Israel is a place on the map. He left, but
what?
That we gotta understand, y'all. All this is a part of the crafty council that's against us, so we cannot see the truth. Who put Israel on the map? Jesus. Because the Roman Catholic Church, y'all, Jesus. Don't we always talk to him?
No, he's a troll.
Your blessings.
What's going on? Peace.
Yeah. What's
Gotta
the
turn your
top?
camera on, brother, man. You gotta turn your camera on and speak and show your face.
No problem.
Appreciate it.
No problem. I'm having some dissecting ability right now, which is called food, which does not give us life, it's just to maintain. So, what's the big topic of today? I know you always
Uh,
have some big topics.
the world understanding who stole the Bible and where the Bible come from.
The Bible is a story that was stolen from Egypt, from the Egyptian Book of the Dead.
No,
That's where the Bible came from. The Bible
no,
came
the
from
Bible
the
came from East
Egyptian.
Africa.
What?
Ethiopia.
The Bible came from East Africa.
The Bible actually came from Egypt.
No, Egypt got put on the map in the 1900s.
No, they
So
didn't.
No, it didn't.
No, they didn't.
That's the
The
time that they
pyramid were
told you.
no
What, you think the
pyramids.
pyramids were built in 1900s?
Yeah,
brother
exactly.
man,
You
brother
think,
man.
yeah,
Hold on.
yeah.
Pyramids are all over the world, brother, because building a pyramid is not hard.
Yeah,
So
so
It's not
many
hard.
people
they're
think,
trying to figure it out.
So did they tell? Do you know how they built
hold on,
the
brother.
pyramids?
We can't
It's
talk
one
at the
mic.
same time.
This is a problem. You don't allow nobody to talk. I've been watching your
Brother
You
man,
pages.
speak after.
brother
You're
man.
not here to
We
argue.
cannot talk at the same time. That's not how we gonna have a conversation, brother man.
Okay.
So they got pyramids all over the world.
No,
And you
they
know
Mm-hmm.
don't.
why? Because
Mm-hmm.
No,
people was able to build them. It's like got
absolutely.
houses all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
So Egypt was put
Nothing.
on the map by the Roman Catholic Church.
No, they
Mm-hmm.
didn't.
Egypt
Mm-hmm.
means idol worship. That's why the Bible talk about spiritual Egypt.
The Roman
So
Catholic came
when our
way
people are in Egypt,
after.
that means they are in idol worship. Like
Mm-hmm.
we in Egypt right now.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of these things, man, like this is when the Bible was taken from East Africa. This
Okay.
is historical facts.
Mm-hmm.
It's called the Siege of Magdala. Have you ever heard of the Siege of Magdala that happened in 1868?
Yes, I've heard of it. In 1868. 1868. Did you check that timeline? 1868, and the
Well,
Bible
that's way.
existed way before that.
Yeah,
Hold
and I
on,
just
brother
said
man. Brother man.
the
What
pyramid.
happened in
The
1868?
pyramid came before that too.
Hold up. Two people can't talk. What happened in 1868?
You tell me what happened in 1868. You brought it
No,
up,
you say you knew.
bro. Bro, what siege happened in 1868? It's not about war. We're trying to gain knowledge over here. We're trying to inspire each other and let each other and every people know what is going on. It's
He
not
asked
about
you to
war.
answer the
Are
question.
you okay? Are you in confrontation with anybody who come up your page just to confront them and tell them that
Brother man. Hey, we're not changing the subject.
I'm not changing the
Tell us what
subject?
happened. Tell us what happened in
Okay,
1868.
I don't know what happened in 1868. What
So
happened
why
in
you lied then?
1868?
So why you lied?
So you see, you're
You see?
accusing me of lying now.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
just
This
said
is how
that
you
you
deceive
knew.
people.
You just said you
You're telling
knew.
me I'm lying right now, and I'm telling you that the Bible originally came from Egypt, from the Egyptian Book of the Dead. You did not
Brother,
dispute that, but
okay,
you
listen.
asking me in 1868, which is
Hey,
very recently, 1,868 years ago, is what you're telling me about,
brother man.
and I'm
Okay,
asking
now
about the
calm down.
Egyptian Book of the Dead.
Listen. The Bible is the book of the dead because the Bible say we the walking dead. So since we the walking dead, what is the Bible? The book of the dead. So we got to be awakened by the voice of God because we are spiritually dead. So the book of the dead and the Bible is the same book. You got that?
That's what I told you, that the Bible came from the Egyptian Book of the Dead. That's the first thing I said in the beginning.
Yeah, but you gotta realize that the
That the
dates that
Bible
you
came
have,
from the
the hold on,
Egyptian Book of the Dead.
the dates
But
that you
let's
have
be
are
real first of
false.
all.
The dates that you have
Say
of
that again.
Egypt, the dates that you have of Egypt is false. The Roman Catholic Church gave you the Egypt and the dates with Egypt.
Daddy, I need help.
Okay. So what's the whole point over here right now? Because I'm trying to tell you guys that half of the story has never been told,
Yeah,
and most of what we're hearing and speaking about is fallacy.
absolutely.
Okay, you're looking at
What
yourselves. What do you have to say?
because you don't know what you don't. What am I talking about?
You're talking about Jesus Christ.
See what I'm saying? No, I'm not. I'm not talking about Jesus Christ.
You're not talking about Jesus Christ. Well, who are you
No.
talking about?
Well, that's how you should approach me in the beginning.
Did you talk
Now,
about the return of Jesus
hold up, brother,
Christ?
brother.
Did you talk
Christ,
about the return of Jesus
hold up,
Christ?
brother. I hate you. It's hard to talk to people who assume and don't know. So, Christ is a
That's what he
living
is.
vessel that God chooses. Christ is not a deity that came 2,000 years ago or a
That
deity
who
that's coming
that
out the
that
sky.
who choose?
God chooses Christ.
Which God are you talking about? How many gods do we have in the first place?
There's only
Can
one
you
true God.
identify the
It's
God you're
only
talking about?
the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The mighty
That's what
God
they
of
told
Jacob.
you. That's what. So you're talking from the English
But they were not God
methodology,
though. They were
the
not God.
English
Brother,
psychology. If
brother,
you go to
listen.
India, they got gods over there. If you go to China, they got gods over there. You go to Japan, they got gods. You go everywhere in the world, they got gods over there. So I'm just asking you to identify which God, G-O-D,
There's
the
false
English
gods.
letters of
There's false
G-O-D are
gods.
you talking about?
There's false gods, which is the multiple gods that you just talked about, and then there's one true God.
So
We talking about the one true God.
What mean
what makes you
with the true God?
prove that's the one you talking about when you just say the regular God, which identifies every one of them, is the
Brother,
true one?
brother, it's called direction, right? The devil deceives you for going in the right direction, right? That's what deception is. I went the wrong way. The one true God gonna have the right way, which is what they call the narrow path. And he gonna be able to reveal
Papi,
the way. Everybody
What
else can reveal. Let me finish, brother.
what
Let me
is
finish.
his name?
Man, I
What is
can't.
his name?
I can't talk to nobody that don't want to. You
What
don't
is
even
his
want to hear.
name?
First you ask me a question and you don't want to even hear the whole point.
where's
No, go ahead and tell me the points. I'm listening to points. I'm just
Man,
asking another simple question.
I'm gonna move on, brother.
You
I'm gonna
gotta
move
you gotta
on.
have respect
So
when you
next
come up
time you
here.
come up, then maybe you'll have a
You see,
more
this
decent
is your
conversation.
point. When somebody actually tell you guys the truth, you get choked up and you delete them in every page all the time. I've been
No.
watching you guys and following you guys. That's what you do.
When you keep
You don't
talking
want to
too
hear the
much,
truth above what you know.
and you're not
Look, let me tell
listening,
you.
you wanna
Hear me.
talk
A
too
fool
much.
lean upon their own misunderstanding.
See
That's what
why?
you're doing. Don't lean upon your
Hold
misunderstanding.
up. Hold up.
Other people
You
have the
see why,
truth and have a story to
brother
say.
man. You see what I'm saying?
And all
We
the
gotta keep
stories is what we need to bring together to make us one.
brother man. You not even into the conversation. You overpowering the conversation. You came in here telling lies. You asked me a question. You cut me off before I get finished. That's disrespect. That's who we kick out. We kick those who don't have respect.
Look at you. I thought you was eating. Eat.
He
And listen.
You muted, brother. We can't hear you. You muted. You talking for no reason. So this the kind of people we kick out.
What lies
You know,
did I say?
brother. Listen. We finna move on. And next time you come back on here, maybe you'll know how to conduct yourself, and we'll have a better conversation.
Are you kidding me? Let's be realistic. You're the ones who kick people out every time because they go against what?
How many people come up here that go against us that stay up here for hours?
They say so
Damn
many
near the
things.
whole TikTok against us. We got an open panel. We got an open panel where people always come up.
Everybody you bring up is against
so
us.
We knew his true intentions. You know, he had a hidden agenda. We're not here to kick nobody out, and we're not here to make you agree. But conversation rules the nation, so we're here to have a conversation.
Peace, Jazz.
Hello, hello, hello.
So, can you
Peace to
come
you,
up
brother
Um,
for
man.
us?
yeah, I'm trying my best. Something went
We see you.
amiss here because I got a black screen now,
Oh, but we see you.
but I can't see you.
Um, hmm, sometimes it does that.
I don't know why
Should I
you got a
should
screen.
I drop and come back?
Yeah, you can drop and come back.
Yeah, let me do that. Let me see if that'll work.
I'll drop you down.
I know y'all ain't talking about I'm angry. That's why Mary Jane by my side. Angry for what? What we mad for? Never mad. I'm more disappointed. I'm disappointed than mad. I'm just disappointed. I'm amazed and disappointed. You know, at the way my people act, the way my people deny, and the stiff-necked and the snakeness.
Mm.
It's crazy how in our story we got a Judas. In our story, it's a Judas. That's cold, ain't it? In our resurrection story, it's a Judas. It's denial. It's betrayal. It's backstabbing. So, like I say, the more and more I look into the vision, I see why God punishes us. Shit, we need to be punished right now. It's a few people that need to be punished. So I can understand truly. You know, even when I first read, I'm like, okay, well, I can see shit, we ain't listen to God. But when you looking from a different level, you be like, damn, I see why God punished us. Because I know I can be hard-headed, but I was never ignorant. I was more strong-minded then, but I always was a great listener. You know, but we are dealing with people, man, I don't even know. I ain't got a name for it. I don't even know what you call it. You know.
See that guy. I should go to the next one.
You came back up, brother man. Maybe his phone messing up or something. We'll let him back up on the next queue. There you go.
There we go.
All right. What's up?
And how y'all doing today?
I'm good.
It's been a while, man. The young lady wasn't even with you way back when. I'm talking about almost a year we talked. But yeah. Let me start off saying that hell, when I was y'all age, the Dead Sea wasn't even sick yet. I just wanted to plant a couple of good seeds. And this is in my belief. Um, Bible, Bible, basic instructions before leaving earth. He would not have been called Jesus because they didn't even have the J sound in the language in the area where he lived and time. It would have been Yahshua, would it not?
Oh yeah, it's why
And
Joshua is all.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
pretty much
And
just all languages and translations. It's just a
if we go
they
back
tell us the
to the
Bible was
tower,
translated.
okay, but if we go back to,
They ain't leave that part out. They say it's translated. So we gotta understand if you might translate something in a different languages, you're gonna have letters that mean the same thing in another language. That don't make it false.
no, I didn't say anything about truth or false. I'm just
But no,
saying when
no,
we go back to
I was
the
speaking.
Tower of
I was
Babel,
speaking
it
from the
explains the different
standpoint.
languages, right? It speaks of different languages. Tower of Babel, of which who was it? Nimrod. He was the builder, and he was the first to have people come in and confess. You know what? What better way to control a town if you know everybody's secrets? So I'm personally not with the Catholic thing. The fruit that they bear shows everything that I need to know about that. But I don't hate on anybody. Um, again, you have to be open to learning because life never stops teaching. True that. So that's why we have two ears and one mouth, and we have to learn how to use what we got more of in most cases, right? But I have no argument. I learn something every time I come on your live. At 70 years old, I'm still trying to learn, man. Because that's my job. Now, another seed I want to plant. There is no gray area. You're either on God's side or you're on the devil's side. God don't force you to come His way. You have to come of your own accord. And the devil, even if he uses temptation, he still got to get a yes or no from you
Correct.
because he don't have no power on that type. So I'm at the age, man, where anything negative, depression, despair, sadness, jealousy, man, they don't get into the system no more. I kicked them out. I evicted them many years ago. So, laughter is my thing. I like making people laugh. I like laughing. It feels good from head to toe, and the devil wouldn't want you doing it, right? So I just wanted to share that with you. A lot of people get into well, was Jesus black, this, that, and the it was important, the mission at hand. That's what was important about Yahshua. And going back to the Jewish scriptures, Yahweh, they had a propensity to add vowels, but the YH and the WH, they're actually breathing sounds. So people worship God from the first time they take breath until they lose breath. Inhale, exhale, YHWH. So even atheists are praising God and don't realize it every time they breathe. I just wanted to add that, bro. Take it from an old man. Like I said, you heard the Last Supper. I
Real
was at
life.
the first one. So I'm
All right.
so old. When Moses parted the Red Sea, I was on the other side yelling, "Hey, I'm trying to freaking fish here. Come on, man." So I just wanted to lighten everything because, people do get argumentative and there's no need for that, man. As human beings, I don't care if you're striping and got red breath. We have more in common then we have differences. And on most of these platforms here at TikTok and around the world, everybody's hung up on those little bitty differences. See, they hung
Oh
up
yeah.
on them, and we
Right.
need not be. We're wasting time. You're not supposed to don't have a battle of wits with an unarmed person.
Oh yeah, yeah. And that
Yeah, and know
that's why
this.
they don't become footstools.
Yeah,
Because at the end
okay.
of the day, it's not God that's attacking, it's the devil.
Yeah, well,
So
I
if
was a
you get
Michael.
attacked, then God just gonna knock you down to be a footstool. Because remember, this is a war. But this not a war with flesh and blood. We fighting with words. That's
Yeah,
what the whole war of God was about. Like, if it's not with flesh and blood, okay, we not fighting each other. Like, we not on here fist fighting, but we throwing words around to what? Prove who God is real.
well,
Israel. This is how Israel is being birthed because I never thought in a million years I'm gonna be talking about God. I always believed in God. I ain't never been no bad dude. I wasn't out here hurting and killing nobody or stealing nobody. I was never that kind of person. But you could have never put it on me that I would have been trying to reveal God and talk about God and prove God to the world. But that's the time that Israel is being birthed to say what? God is real. Is real light. Through the
I
light that we bring, the world gonna know who Israel is. But at once we was the lost Israel. So this is prophecy that's actually unfolding, and everybody, the whole world watching. The whole world is watching the war that's not with flesh and blood, but with principalities in high places. Because all your thoughts are controlled by what people say or what people have told you.
well, like you said, in the beginning was the Word. Here's the thing: if you want to know what's on somebody's mind, listen to their words. But if you want to know what's in their heart, watch what they do. Watch their actions. What kind of fruit are they bearing? That's bottom line. And I don't care if you're striping and got red breath. Uh, that's just my opinion. So I try to plant seeds and and as far as the devil whispering to me with all that negative stuff, I just start talking to God. So that's 2 against 1 right there. Devil gonna go and deal with somebody that don't talk to God. He gonna get off my case as soon as I start praying. I was subject to cola addiction for 13 years, man. And I was doing it when Snoop Dogg was Snoop Puppy. Um, I was able, through prayer, to escape the forest of no return. So I know one of the many things that God gives us is our choice. The devil got to give us our choice. He can only act on a yes or a no. Okay, so the poem goes like this: your mind is a garden, your thoughts are the seeds. Now, you can grow flowers or you can grow weeds. It's up to you. Because on final judgment, you're not going to be able to say, well, she, no, it ain't going to be about nobody else. So all these people pointing fingers and ignoring the 3 fingers folded, pointing back at them, they're already on the wrong track. You see, taking time for somebody else. And you can't never be mad at a clown who's acting like a clown. What you got to do is ask yourself, why do you keep buying tickets to the circus? Bottom line.
Good
I'm gonna
question.
leave you with that, man. I just old man just trying to plant some good seed.
All
So
right, old school, and
God bless y'all, and I'm out. And thank you for letting me up.
all
Thanks for
right, man.
coming
I
up.
appreciate you coming up there, man, dropping that, that old school knowledge. Salute to you,
Yes, sir,
brother.
man. And I ain't trying to take the dirt nap anytime soon. I actually had a brain surgery 4 years ago, 3 day induced coma, 10% chance to make it. And God brought me back. Through prayer, I was able to escape that force and no return. So I go to talk to people who are still there because they want to hear it from somebody who was there and not there anymore. And through my words, I can let them know that, yeah, they'll know that I've been there. And it's kind of like people are using 12 steps and psychology and Betty Ford and Schick Center and halfway houses. No, it's like the old joke. How many psychiatrists does it take to change a light bulb? One, but the light bulb's got to really want to change. Okay. I
Got
just
that
came to
right.
drop those pearls, partner. Bless you both.
Peace,
All
peace.
right, salute, man. Stay up.
All right, you too now.
Uh, so don't forget about the siege of Magdala, y'all. Go check out the information.
I saw that.
30,000 animals was used. The greatest campaign in history.
Hello?
Okay.
Yeah, you got a cam up for us, brother, man.
Oh, oh, camera. Yo, we ain't used to this, so we just, I ain't used to this program, but we just get on and listen to what you guys are saying and learn it at the same time. And we are from Jamaica, and we love the vibration that you guys put out. Okay, so it's me and a couple of friends. Going to share all this stuff with you guys, and and you can share back with us. Okay.
Okay, all right, man. Well, we definitely appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Like I said, the information is there. Eat up. We got a website. If you type in yajujuda.com, you can reach out to us on there to connect more and getting more in tune with what we're doing. We got a petition out. So definitely check us out, man. If you type in yajujuda up here.com, and you'll be able to reach out to us if you would like, but you go check out the petition we have. And like I say, but if you can't turn your camera on, I don't think you can turn your camera on. Our rules is anybody that come up got to turn their camera on. But no, we definitely appreciate y'all tuning in, man, and eat up. You know, get the knowledge, man. All people need it, and go share it.
Yeah, man. As we say, we're from Jamaica and we don't have like a bad phone where we can understand certain things with the phone. So I don't want to touch anything and you're not there no more.
That means I turn on the camera on.
Yeah, we don't know. But just ask him the question what you want to ask him and then you know?
So hello. What we were discussing about? What were you were discussing about?
Well, brother man, you know we got a zero tolerance. You know, if you can't turn your camera on, we're not allowed to have a conversation with you. You know that's to keep the trolls down.
Answer the question.
Huh?
Answer the question is on what we talking about. So.
Oh well, we talking about the siege of Magdala. When East Africa got invaded by the Europeans for the first time.
Okay.
Oh, we can't get the camera on.
Oh, fuck, man.
How do you get the camera on?
I don't know. And them said them have zero tolerance against.
You guys have enough followers.
Yeah.
So
you got to get some more followers.
We got to get more followers.
Oh, in terms of us or you guys?
We have to get more followers on our page so you can get to see us.
You can turn your camera on. Yeah.
But we are trying to take the camera on. Which one the camera on?
This is camera.
No, you can't. You can't turn the camera on till you get more followers.
You can have 1,000, I think.
Oh, damn.
And we don't got that view. We're just trying to join your program to listen what you're saying and try to add to it and listen to learn. We never have any we don't have any views like that. We just join it randomly, you understand? So I don't know the code or any code what you're saying. We just see you thing and we just want to get and just vibes with you. Okay? So we don't have any. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. We just want to vibe with you.
It's all good, man.
Understand that? We are Jamaican youth and we just want to vibe with you. We smoke ganja, all the meditation, we just want to vibes. You see me? I say we don't got that thing.
Yeah, we got
you.
you.
I'm sorry about that. We are sorry about that.
Yeah.
We're
So
sorry
check out
about
the
that.
website, man. You know, and like I said, if y'all get some more followers, we'll be here to let you up. We always go live. Like I said, you can reach out to us in the DM. Salute to you, brother.
Damn.
All right, bless up yourself then.
Okay, bless up then. Bless up then.
Are they following me? Oh. So y'all, again, what we have in the background, as y'all might not be able to see in this book, I know, but you know, it's the siege of Magdala. It's when the biblical scrolls got taken from Africa, a bunch of gold, manuscripts, artifacts. I ain't never showed it to y'all, huh? Artifacts, you know. The siege of Magdala, y'all.
And another important event that happened during that time is when Queen Elizabeth, Victoria, she ordered to get a painter to paint her, giving a book to an African prince. So they could make it seem like the Romans are the ones who gave it to Africa. So they created false images for you to believe in events that never took place. Oh my God. And this is there's a good YouTube video. What's it called? The Jeff Rosen. It's Jeff Rosen. It talks about all the things that they did with certain images.
It says the mysteries of Great Britain rule or something like this. The mysteries of Great Britain. Elamayo. Oh, well, I don't know what this prince's name is.
That could have been a Moor. That could have been, you know, any Abyssinian.
They could have been somebody that was
taken,
visiting, you know.
or, you know. Yeah, everything was whitewashed.
So we got to understand, y'all, that, like I say, I keep saying this over and over. Historian, how did Hidden Colors miss this and didn't teach us about this? How Hidden Colors, everybody seen Hidden Colors, y'all. How they miss this? They talked about Mansa Musa giving out all this gold, but they ain't talk about the gold they stole. All those historians and professors, I watch Hidden Colors. They went back. And see, when I first watched Hidden Colors, I was just coming out of the world. I was fresh out the world. So I'm sitting back watching Hidden Colors. I'm like, God damn, they got some information on here. I was just a babe. And I'm looking, I'm like, damn, man, you know. So I watch Hidden Colors like I watch, I'm trying to say something we watch over and over. Yeah, but no, I watch Hidden Colors, y'all. 1, 2, and 3, man, I knew it like the back of my hand because I was showing it to everybody. My mama, my family, my friends. I even went to somebody that burned CDs. That's how you know how long it was. We were watching DVDs then. That's how long ago it's been. That's really been about 10 years ago. That's been about 10, 11 years ago. And I went and paid somebody to burn a bunch of copies so I could pass them out for free. I wanted everybody to see Hidden Colors, y'all. Remember, I was just coming out of the world. I just thought, man, we need to know. We need to. Everybody just need to watch it. If I try to watch Hidden Colors right now, I can't watch 5 minutes of it. It's garbage. It's garbage. So when I say, how did Hidden Colors miss this? Nobody on Hidden Colors talked about this. They talked about why the Bible false. They talked about the white Jesus. They talked about racism. They talked about racism tactics. And they talk about 6 million year old history and black people. That's what Hidden Colors talked about. Black people, million-year-old history, why the Bible is false, black people all over the world, racism, the structure of racism, the effect of racism. But they left out one of the most important things about history. So Hidden Colors did damage to people. But see, I wasn't eating it. I was just taking it in. Or I was like, when I watch Hidden Colors, y'all, that was at the beginning of my journey. When I say the real beginning. So I couldn't take it in because I ain't know nothing. I was just like, man. But what I found out, I took what I needed from it. Of course it's gonna have some truth and some validity to it. You know, it opened my eyes to something. You know, it made me want to know more. It made me go check some things. It made me go what? See if something is right. But Hidden Colors was garbage, y'all. I'm here like it was now, like I say, every lie got the truth. That's what you want. If you want to, well, I love Hidden Colors because it said this. Every lie got the truth. That's how you think we deceive? Because everything a lie. We deceive. Everybody got the Bible because the whole book fake. Let's be real, y'all. Everybody ain't got Goosebumps because Goosebumps fake. Y'all, you ever read Goosebumps?
I never read it. I just watched it.
Oh, I had read a book. Well, I didn't read the book, but that's a book we had. You know, that's the kind of book I only remember. It was at school. So,
awesome.
But I know it was a fiction book. Everybody ain't got Goosebumps in their house because it ain't real. That's what I mean. Everybody got the Bible because it's something about the Bible because it's real, but nobody understand the Bible. You know, that's the thing with the Bible.
Hello, brothers. Hello, brother, sister, sister, brother.
What's going on? What's going on, brother? Turn your camera on for us.
Oh, turn my camera on. Okay. All right. Is that better?
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
All
okay.
right. Cool. 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 Yeah, man. Hidden colors was a lie, but I just came up here to ask you one question, and I hope you don't get it the wrong way.
Bro.
Um,
Speak your
my
mind, brother.
question.
Speak your mind.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just wanted to ask you. You know, how did a man like you land that beautiful woman next to you?
You know what thoroughbred means?
No. What is that?
No. One of the last few left.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so that's just a little joke side, you know, to spice up the conversation. Now,
What
first
you
of all,
really
the
got
whole
for me?
hidden, huh?
I say so. Yeah. Let's see what you really got for me.
All right, so for the whole thing about the hidden color stuff, you're right. The hidden color was nothing but a lie. My guy, they tried to claim freaking Thor, Canaan. They try to claim China. They try to be everything but themselves. Like it's just, it doesn't make sense. You know, these people are people who are trying to be everything but who they are. They are proud of every other history but their history, you know. And you know, we are people of greatness. You know, we are people of strong roots. I'm Somali, as you can see from my name, Somali. You know, Horn of Africa. You know, we are the, you know, the brink of civilization. You know, so that being said, you speaking about religion within itself is BS, but one thing that's not BS is the concept or the idea behind religion, especially the concept of monotheism, the concept of a God that exists beyond imaginable mind, right? So, as a Somali, traditionally speaking, before Islam came to Somalia, we believed in something called waqiyah. Now, waqiya means the way of God or the way of the Creator. And the word waq literally means he who brings existence through water. In other words, there is water because, so there is life because there is water, and there is water because there is God. Another name of God was wade, meaning you know, the cycle of life. It means the cycle of life. You understand? But then one thing else I've realized is I was reading a book by Julian Baldick. It's known as the Black God, and it talks about basically, and not black as in racial color or black as in color, but black as in the unknown, the unknowable God, the hidden God, right? And it talks about how the concept of a hidden God was always a monotheistic concept, and this is a concept that came from the Horn of Africa to begin with. The whole concept of Abrahamic religion came from the Horn of Africa. Okay, where did Abraham go when he started believing in one God? He came to Egypt, then he came to Horn of Africa, then he went to Yemen. All right. Secondly, the man didn't circumcise himself until he was 80. And then tell me how he circumcises himself after he marries Hagar, or you know, because Hagar's culture.
Well, we gotta understand, brother. Like, when it comes to the circumcision, the Bible is speaking of the circumcision without hands. It's removing your flesh. It's not. It has nothing to do with what the doctors try to do to us. That's not the true circumcision. You know. So the circumcision was removing your fleshly thinking, so you could get in tune with your spirit. That's what the circumcision was about. Now we know Abraham is allegory, but before you telling the people where all this stuff come from is the Horn of Africa, and that's why we have the siege of Magdala up there,
What is that?
because this is when the stuff began to be taken from Africa. Because the only way the information got to Europe was from people. because
True.
the scrolls wasn't getting passed out. You see what I'm saying? They wasn't
Yeah.
because they was vision. They wasn't teaching because the teachings came from the man or the people. The teachings
True.
never came from paper and pen. You know, in Africa, the paper and
Yeah.
pen teachings came after they stole the scriptures. You see what I'm saying? After they stole the scroll, then they came back after they translated and taught us what they thought it was saying.
Mm.
And like I tell people, we all seen the Bible on TV. The
Okay.
people that wrote the Bible put it on television.
Mm. Yeah.
When we read the Bible, what are we imagining? Television.
True.
You know, so now even when God returns, it will never be television because they say the government gonna be on his shoulders. So when God returns, it's gonna be about politics. It's gonna be about a government. It's gonna be about a nation. It's gonna be about a judgment. But we want what? We want to see a sign. You know,
Understand.
we want to see somebody on the clouds and all that.
So what I want to understand is, tell me if I understand you correctly. Are you saying that the Bible is from Africa, or the Torah, or the?
All the book of Enoch, all these writings are from Africa. That's where the throne of David is at. The Bible is about the throne of David.
Mm.
That's what the Bible. That's what the Bible is about. You know, so that's why the whole world is deceived. Most of the world don't know that.
So, according to you, where's the Holy Land?
Well, it really is not a holy land because the holy land is a state of mind. That's why the New Jerusalem is the new mind frame. Now again, the government of God will
Oh,
be in East Africa. Like
in
like
East
that,
Africa.
that's where the White House at. That's where
Mm.
the UN for the African nations. All that will be in East Africa. You know, but I don't.
That's
But the
why,
true
because
Holy Land,
it's strange you say that because since the beginning of a history, the Horn of Africa, to be specific, where Somalia is located today, it was known as the land of God. You know, and this is the land where ancient people used to come for pilgrimage. They used to come here to get blessed. And they used to call us the people of God, the people of monotheistic belief. Like all of this came from us. We spearheaded this. So, I think I'm with you on that one, bro. I think you're right. Yeah, the Holy Land is the Horn of Africa.
you know, it's gonna be like, man, you know, like right now, the prophecy. It's been the Son of Man. It's been to return back to Africa and sit on David's throne to bring back the truth about God, and to
So,
also bring world peace and remove us from world deception.
nah,
That's
nah,
why.
but the thing is, so how are you as you're from Jamaica, am I correct?
No, I'm from America.
Oh, sorry, but originally, where you from? Have you
Uh,
always been an African American?
yeah. East Africa.
No, but that's historically, prior to East Africa. Or have you ever, like, so your ancestors always lived in America after East Africa?
Yeah, man. I'm a product of the prisoners of war.
Oh, wow. Wow. What about the sister?
Slavery.
Same?
My parents are from Jamaica, the Caribbean island,
Oh,
where
Caribbean.
they
Okay. You don't look like a black American because that's what I thought. You know? But yeah, but if you guys went to East Africa, you would easily blend in, I'm not gonna lie. You do look like East Africans.
Well, we'll be there very soon. We'll be there very soon.
Well, when you come there, are you gonna start a temple? Like a place of worship? Like a holy place, or it's just what you gonna do?
Oh no, man! You know, right now the palace awaits the son of David. They already have a palace. You know, so this is a
Mm.
prophecy, man, that we really need to get in tune with, so we can receive our inheritance. So I'm not gonna start nothing. I'm gonna set our people free. I'm gonna remove the war. I'm gonna remove the confusion. so we can unite in harmony. That's what my majesty and the light that I have will do. And when I do
You
that,
know,
a lot of things, a lot of
but
other things.
one thing I don't agree with you is that all the people that were eventually taken as 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 prisoners. Let's use prisoners instead of the S word. Eh? All the people that were taken as prisoners, I don't believe they all came from East Africa though.
No, I didn't
I
say
don't
that.
think. Huh?
I didn't say that. Everybody, like, the people, they came from all over Africa, but East Africa was one of the main places
Well,
because
what's your historical evidence that during the transatlantic trade, some people, because I don't think I've come across any historical sources talking about Ethiopians or East Africans
okay,
being taken to.
I don't
we
think that
finna see if
happened.
we still got it because right now in Ethiopia at the college they teach this about the Ethiopian slave trade.
But do you have any sources that say that though? Do you have like any historical
Yeah,
records
yeah.
that
Them
talk
sources.
about?
I'm
No,
finna.
I don't know if I can bring it up,
Yeah,
but
Oh,
we finna
please
see if
do.
we still
Yeah.
have it. You don't have it. Yeah, when we were talking about the Ethiopians was a part of the slave trade. A lot of people don't know these things, So, but we gonna see if we can find a source. But you can actually, if you go to Google, you can find these sources.
it's very cool. I got it.
Oh, we got it. Hey, go right there, brother.
Mm. Slavery and the slave trade have been an important historical feature of the Horn of African region. Consecutive region polities executed slave raids into their respective hinterlands well into the 20th century. The internal Ethiopian slave trade connected the political centers of Ethiopia with its. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Let me take a screenshot. One sec. I need this. All right. Thank you. Thank you, bro.
No problem, brother. You know. So
Wow.
yeah,
Okay. I
man,
never.
we came from all places of Africa, man, and but like I say, Ethiopia is just important because that's where the Bible come from, and the Bible talks about a scattered people, you know. So if the Bible people are scattered, who are really the scattered people? So, and most people in Ethiopia don't know nothing about the true Ethiopians being scattered. They think the true Ethiopians are in Ethiopia today. When the Bible let us know they are scattered all over the world.
Well, so the Ethiopians of Ethiopia are not the true Ethiopians.
Other what?
The Ethiopians of Ethiopia are they not also like real Ethiopians? Like are they fake Ethiopians?
No. Because you got the Italians ruled Ethiopia for 7 years. You know how many people the Italians killed? The prophets back then was telling Ethiopians to get out of the land. That's why Tedros ordered his son to go with the queen. Because Tedros knew if he died, his son would be better somewhere else than to be in Ethiopia because they were gonna kill him.
Okay.
So most of the prophets in Ethiopia was telling the people to leave. That's why even when it was an opportunity for to leave Ethiopia, the people that listened to the prophets, they left. Some went to Europe, some went to America, some went to South Africa, some went to West Africa, because they was all the bad that was going to happen to Ethiopia. And if we know anything about Ethiopian history, it was a lot of killing. It was a man. If you dig into Ethiopian killings, the number is the number is you don't even want to talk about the number. You know, so Did they kill everybody, or did people really leave so they didn't get killed? That's the story we don't talk about. So the Italians and other nations have invaded Ethiopia tremendously.
But
You know,
just trying
tremendously.
to get my connection. One sec. All right. Can you guys hear me? My connection went bad. So what do you say about like the Somali state of Ethiopia, which is the second largest state of Ethiopia, is the Somali region,
Correct.
and the Somalis were never enslaved or they never left Ethiopia. They never actually. We fought the Italians and we defeated them, and we protected our region from the British and the Italians. So are we not the true Ethiopians then? If the other Ethiopians left and we never left, like as you can see, I'm dark skinned. I'm darker than both of you. I'm not mixed,
Brother man.
and we have the same nose. Like if
Brother
anything, you
man.
guys are more
Hey,
mixed
hey,
than me.
hey, hey. We didn't say every single person left, brother.
Ah, okay.
Majority of the people left.
The
You know,
majority.
majority of the people left. I'm telling you.
And
You
what
know,
the do these people have tribes? Like what the do you know the Ethiopian tribes, or it's just you don't know them?
well, what the Bible let us know, our heritage was taken away from us. Our
I'm
heritage.
sorry. I mean the ones I understand your heritage was taken. That's true, but I'm talking about the ones who left Ethiopia and sought refuge in other African nations. I mean, in Africa, you have to have a tribe for you to even be part of an African nation. So, did those people keep their lineage since they're still in Africa?
No, they had to convert wherever they went. And if they did convert, that's why you got Africans selling Africans. Because they wasn't a part of their tribe. They was runaway people from other places in Africa. And when they came to other countries in Africa, we were so ignorant, we ain't accept our brothers. So what we did, we gave them over to the other nation, to the white man, and say, here, I don't care about him. He not a part of my tribe. He ain't a part of my clique. Take him. Take him. I don't know him. So that's how you get West Africans selling Africans. These are
Interesting.
people that was fleeing, their homeland because their homeland was going to be invaded.
Wow. Now,
You see what I'm
I
saying? So that's how you get all that, man. So either you had to convert and fit in with what a place you. That's like right now. If I leave my hood and I'm run away, I'm not finna go in another hood and say, "Hey, I'm repping my hood." Now I'm in your hood. I'm repping my hood. You ain't gonna do that. You gonna go in there quiet. You gonna try to fit in. You gonna try to do what they do. You know. So so when it comes to tribes, man, it was never really about that.
the
You see what I'm
people
saying?
saying I'm not engaged. I'm really engaged. Hence why I have my crisp. I'm really engaged in the conversation. I'm loving this. Like really, it's really beautiful. I'm learning something as well. I'm at work. Excuse me. But yeah, it's really interesting. So, but do you see me as, as one of the chosen people? Because I'm Ethiopian too. I'm from the East Africa, the Horn of
Hold
Africa.
up. To be chosen is really not about you being an Ethiopian. Chosen is about your mind frame.
Okay.
That's why I say many are called, few are chosen. It say all Israel, not Israel. You know, so right now this bigger than just being an Ethiopian. This all about really renewing your mind.
The people said I'm not Ethiopian. The Somali people live in three major regions. Half of Kenya belongs to the Somali people. The second largest region in Ethiopia is the Somali state. And then you've got Somalia, the nation. So I am Somali by tribe. That's my tribe. And I feel like I'm one of the chosen people. And I believe that mentally, spiritually. Yeah, and hopefully when you guys come one day, we will build the Temple of David. Inshallah, God willing.
Well, the best thing to do right now, brother, is to start. Right now, because right now we got a WhatsApp, you know, and we also have a website. We have a petition to turn all the Magdala treasures, the manuscripts, the biblical manuscripts, the artifacts, you know, the gold, all this stuff we have in place. So the best time for us to start building, as we doing right now, we building without tools. Because when you have a conversation with your fellow brothers and your fellow sisters about moving forward, that's called building. You know, but let's continue this build outside of social media to make it reality. You see what I'm saying? And that's what really we about at the end of the day. We about putting these things into reality as we show our people. When we get off social media, we got a reality movement going on.
But then, brother, I have a question for you. Since the people that were taken from Africa, like all over Africa, since some of them did not belong to the tribe of Judah, right? And they did not belong to the people of East Africa originally. How do we distinguish who is who? Like how do we? Because clearly you look like me. Like I can see you're my people. You know, like welcome to East Africa. But what about other people that you know who were just normal African people that were taken to the Western nations and who are claiming our lineage? You know, the Judah. So how do we distinguish the two?
Well, that's why I say, man, when you deal with the tribes, you're dealing with a government, you know, and you really all this gonna be a mind frame. You know, your Judah, your Benjamin, you know, your Levi, these gonna be mind frames that's a part of God's government because at the end of the day, we are all brothers. We all brothers. You know, but the mind frame gonna put you in certain categories. You see what I'm saying? In God's government. You know, Judah would just be the leader. You know, these would be the thinkers. You know, these would be the mighty ones. These would be the men of strength, the valiant ones. You know, so Judah would be like the Marine of the army.
Did
But
you
in
say
the
that?
army, you got other branches. You got the
Did you say?
Air Force. You got the
Wait, did you
Navy.
say? Did you say the Dinka?
The what?
Did you say the Dinka, or I misheard you?
No, I said Judah would be more of the Marine. You know, he'll be more the yeah. You know, he'll be more the thinker. You know, he'll be more the creator. You know, he'll be more of the mind. He'll be able to carry the sword. You know, he'll be able to stand up strong. You know, that's truly what
So,
represents Judah.
so what does the prophecy say? Like when should we get ready to basically bring people together and build the temple of Judah? When is it time yet, or we still got
Oh
time
yeah,
left?
yes. Oh man, it's past time.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's definitely it's definitely time, brother. It's definitely time.
Oh wow. So like does the prophecy give us like an exact date on when
Well, no,
David,
because
or is David metaphorical? Is he physical? Is he actually coming, or
well, no, he's David mean beloved one.
ah the
So yeah, the beloved one. So from David, you're gonna have a leader. So
from the
once the
lineage of
leader
David,
show
someone
up,
is gonna come. Okay, got it.
correct. So from a group of us, we're gonna have a leader. You know, that's gonna be the Christ. That's gonna be King David, and he gonna blow the trumpet to sound the alarm for the other David.
Makes sense. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And they gonna come and form the body of Christ. The body of Christ. You know, that's the prophecy, and that's what's happening right now.
Okay, but then how do we know if this particular like what would give him away that he is the actual leader?
That's why it says, "Bless those who have the eyes to see and the ears to hear." So that's when you know you got God blessing because you can see the leader, you can hear the leader, because the leader is only for other people that God have blessed. The leader is not for to get a crowd of people and say, "Hey, listen to me." No, the leader specifically task is to get those who God have blessed,
Some
and
people are
they gonna hear and see.
Some people in the comment section are saying I'm speaking to him. Do you think, like, not think, do you feel like the spirit is speaking through you, that you are that leader?
Correct. I am the leader.
You are the leader. Awesome. So, how do I? So, like, do I have to do some sort of initiation to join, or it's just listen to you and follow you? How does it work?
Well, you like you gonna do what you destined to do. So my message gonna activate what you destined to do. Whether you destined to betray me, you destined to lift me up, you destined. I mean, you destined to take the message and spread it, and become great with it. But I'm only the one that's gonna activate you to do what you are destined to do.
I see.
You see what I'm saying? So when you hear me, you're gonna be activated to what God have chosen you for.
Okay. So,
So
honorable. Do you mind if I call you honorable leader, or that's a bit too much?
and I don't prefer it. You got free will. I'm Yaju. Call me Yaju, brother man, or like I said, whatever words you got, that's on you. Long as it's not disrespectful, but
No, no,
you
I'm
know,
not. I don't mean any disrespect. I'm just trying to speak. My mind. So, honorable leader, how do we distinguish? Like I said earlier, since because I know my people, because I feel like you guys look like my people. You look like the original, the essence of the East African people. I can see the blood in you. I can sense the ancestors through your blood. I can feel it. But how do we know other people are part of us, that they are the same as us, that they came from the Holy Land, the Horn of Africa, originally? How do we know they're the true blood?
well, that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, it's not about just the Horn of Africa. That's like if if you had five brothers, one bought a house at the Horn, the other one bought a house at the South, the other one bought a house in the West. Are they still your brothers?
Yeah,
So it's not just about the East. It's about the whole Africa. It's about all of us melanated people. You see what I'm saying? And once we get that mind frame, then that's when we be great again. You
oh,
know, you see what I'm saying? Because
so
you got people that's in East Africa that's not even that don't even originate there, but some of them been there for 50 years. Some been there for 80 years. So you can never clean that up. But the only thing we can clean up is our mind frame.
I see, I
You see what
see.
I'm saying? You know, and those who do know their heritage, embrace it in the righteous way. You know, so it won't get lost. But at the same time, it's about all of us. It's not just a part of us. You know,
Well,
that's
that's
why
that's really,
Africa
yeah.
being controlled by other nations right now, because we was worried about part of us. We wasn't worried about all of us.
So in your case, are you saying all of Africa is the tribe of Judah? Like all Africans are of the tribe of Judah, and we all have the right to claim that particular lineage, or because
Well, that's why I said when we make the
everybody
name.
cannot come from it. Someone has to be you know,
Well,
the
that's
pure
why I say
blood.
like Judah was gonna be Judah was gonna be a distinct character because he's gonna have a certain mind frame that everybody not gonna be Judah. Everybody in Africa ain't not gonna be a governor.
True.
You see what I'm saying? But you're gonna have governors and they will represent Judah. You're gonna have priests, they're gonna represent Levi. You see what I'm saying? So those names are mind frame for God's government. Not everybody in the world and not everybody in Africa. You
Let me
know,
speak. Let me speak to my people. Someone said, "Somali corner. Why listen to these hoteps? They are not hoteps. These are honorable people. They're speaking the truth. I can feel. I can sense the truth. Markanyo dadkan waan ka waalaya, been baan u sheegaya, iga qalaya." So that being said, leave them alone. They're not speaking lies. I can. When someone is speaking the truth. You just
like the
know.
wind.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
like the wind, man. You can't see it, but you can feel it. You know. That's why it was always about the invisible God, and that's what the
Mm.
East Africans believed in. Most African traditions they worship the sun. You know, the sun worship water. Some worship an animal. You know, people just worship what they thought was higher than them. Some
Okay,
people worship the wind. You know, some people
but
worship the moon.
nobody
But
in East Africa ever worshipped animals, historically speaking.
no, that ain't true, brother. Like, man, if you go into East African history, brother, it's wicked. It's
Give me from. Are you speaking from a biblical standpoint, or you speaking from what kind of standpoint?
I'm speaking from real history because right now Tedros was fighting his brothers because they didn't want to believe in an invisible God.
Who is
So right
Pedro's?
now, the fight that was in Africa was about who God is real.
Yeah,
That's what the
but
fight was about.
the East Africa is the mother of monotheism. We brought monotheism to the world. We brought the concept of one God to the world. So how can we worship animals when the concept of one God, the oldest concept of one worshiping one God of the heavens, came from East Africa?
Well, brother,
multiple gods.
just everybody didn't bring the truth. A few people brought the truth. Everybody else was deceived. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's like right now. You might have knowledge, but everybody else around you ain't got nothing. They lost. They
True.
ain't doing what you doing. So back
Mm.
then, we wasn't all on the same page. That's why we got scattered. That's why we where we at. Now we
Mm.
coming back to get on the one page, you know, which is what came from East Africa. Like I'm not denying it didn't come from East Africa, but we all wasn't following it. You
So
know,
would you say Abraham came from East Africa as well?
well, yeah, but see, but Abraham is allegory. Like these are prophetic writings. Like nobody called themselves Abraham back then. Nobody called themselves David. Nobody used none of these terms that we using today.
So
You
what do
know,
you think? What do you think the actual name was then?
well, like I say, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know because I was taken away from my ancestors and given English names. So I don't know, but by me studying the scriptures and me understanding them and my anointment, Abraham is an end time prophecy. But the people that stole the Bible, they don't know nothing about our history. So all they can do was give us the allegory name. They
Mm-hmm.
didn't give us the real people. They gave us the allegory name that's connected to real people. You know, and that's
Yeah.
why everybody know David, but they don't know nothing about the Solomonic dynasty. The Solomonic dynasty is connected to David. That's why it's called the Solomonic dynasty
Mm.
to show its connection to David. Everybody know David. Nobody know the people of the Solomonic dynasty.
Mm.
You see what
Which,
I'm saying? So
yeah.
that's how they gave us allegory names, but didn't give us real people names.
Yeah, 0644. Okay, but me personally, I feel like, no, I think the Holy Land is not in modern day Ethiopia. I think the Holy Land is modern day Somalia. I think that's where the throne of David should be.
Well, to tell you the truth, brother, you know, that's where the port is at because right now Ethiopia don't have a port.
Yep.
You know,
See,
so
see,
Somalia
you
and
know,
Ethiopia
legendary man.
is the
Yes.
port for Ethiopia. That's the port for Ethiopia. That's why it's connected. You
Mm-hmm.
know, the Roman Catholic Church put a line right there. You know,
Mm.
so like I say, man, you know, I can't really argue that.
You
Like
know
I
what?
say,
You know what? You spoke the truth, sir. I think you are what you say you are because I've been thinking about this. Like, I've been having this spiritual awakenings, like something telling me that the homeland, Somalia, is the ancient holy land, and that the people that were all the scattered people of the tribe of Judah should come back to the holy land. Because think about it. All the things that were said in the Bible, including the ports, the rivers, the trading routes, all of these things are in Somalia. You know?
well,
Yeah.
yeah, that's why I
So
say I can't really argue that. That's something I can't argue.
So
You know,
you agree? So you
being
do
about
agree? I
war,
appreciate. Yeah, go on. I appreciate your truth. Go on.
being about very important for any nation. You
Mm,
know, when you talk about any nation, all powerful nations are by water
true.
around the whole world. If you look at any powerhouse, it's by water. You know,
Yeah,
so
some people are saying, why is Somalia suffering? Well, isn't that where the devil would invade? Huh? Like, think about it. Why is Ethiopia in peace? Why is Kenya in peace? Why are there almost 20 nations attacking Somalia if Somalia is not the Holy Land? Huh? If Somalia is not the holy land of the of the tribe of Judah, if that's not the chosen people, the chosen land, why are these demonic nations fighting the Somali people? Why are they like, think about it, bro. If it was only one nation, understandable. You've got America, Britain, Arabia. Like, we've got over 20 people basically, keeping the Somalis and the Somali nation down because they know something that we don't. And by the way, the frankincense which they use to smoke the Catholic churches in the Vaticans. It comes from Somalia. Only a frankincense and myrrh that come from Somalia is the only thing that can be used to smoke or to make the church of the Vatican to smell good, because that particular frankincense and myrrh is believed to be sacred, from a sacred land, from the land of God, and this is what the Greeks also called it. So see, I had a feeling you were speaking the truth, bro. Somalia is the Holy Land. I've been thinking about this for a long time, man.
no, but like I say, man, don't get caught up with just the land, brother, because the true holy land is the New Jerusalem that come out of heaven. That's why I say that the New Jerusalem comes from a higher place. So it's that state of mind we got to be in, and whether we in Somalia, Ethiopia, Kenya, it's gonna be golden. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what it's about. At the end of the day, man. Because right now Somalia is being tore up. Why? Because
Think
we ain't got
about it.
that state of mind. If we
Mm.
have the state of mind, we can fix what we want to fix.
Because if
And so,
Somalia was peace today, you see, my friend, you would have a temple, a place where the people of Judah would gather. We would unite the world. We would unite all the lost children of Israel. But unfortunately, the land is torn apart. Like, it's heartbreaking when you think about it, man. It is. This guy is fooling y'all. He said once to, what? Astaghfirullah, man. This guy, the only one, he's from another tribe that is not from the Somali nation, and he he's basically, one time I told him that you're not part of the chosen people. The chosen people are the Somali people, and until today he has that grudge against me. And everywhere I go, he says that I'm a liar.
oh yeah, man, you can't. I got a lot of people that do me that, bro. Anybody that follow you around TikTok, just to call you a liar, brother. They don't have nothing important in their life to do. So I don't, you can't worry about, what people say, man. People gonna always speak their mind, brother. But yeah, man, we're gonna get on in the queue, man. But like I
But
say, man,
yeah,
that was,
thank you for having me. I have learned something today. It's amazing, and hopefully one day, Judah, hopefully one day, we would, people would listen to you, man. One day. Even today, like, you've got 100, 200 people, 500 watching you. You've got a lot of followers, you and your beautiful lady. And thank you for having me. Thank you for teaching me. Thank you for, everything that you've done. You truly are an honorable person. And have a good day, sir. Okay?
all right, brother. I
You
appreciate
All
your
right.
encouraging words, brother. Yep. And like I said, man, connect with us outside this, brother. Don't forget, y'all, make the connection outside this. Y'all don't just come up here and talk to us on TikTok. It's time for us to build our kingdom. And that's gonna start with connecting with us outside of social media. So like I say, just as you salute me, I salute to the real eyes and real ears, because that's what this is about. Everything it take a strong individual to hear the truth right now, as we understand the truth hurts. So, can you handle the truth? So we know what it takes to handle the truth, because it's gonna take a lot of going against the grain. It's gonna take a lot of thinking. And it's gonna take a lot of letting go. But it's like letting go of something that you thought you didn't need to let go, but once you let go, you're going to realize why you let it go. So we understand that. So again, we salute to the real eyes and ears who hear this message and come forth, and confess what they hear to strengthen and encourage our brothers and sisters who need the strength to hear. Some people need strength to hear this. And when other people come up and confirm this, whether if you believe in Christ or not, that's not what this is about at the end of the day. We still got to build a nation. But to strengthen the minds of our people, they have to see other people believing in the truth. Why you think our people believe in a lie? Because so many people believe in a lie, and they're going to say, well, shit, I'm with my people. But if everybody lift up the truth, then you're going to strengthen other people to understand, well, that's the truth. You know how you might line 100 people up, right? And you might ask a question, but you got to start with one person, right? Now, everybody might have something different, but if the first 10 people say the same thing, when you get to the 11th person, he probably gonna go with that first 10. He ain't gonna stand up and say what he would have said. He gonna go with the first 10. Because why? He ain't gonna want to be the only one. Nobody wants to be the only one, y'all. So again, when people come up here, y'all, and just confirm the righteousness of the mission, you encourage other people to understand the righteousness of this mission and come out of their blindness, come out of their deafness, come out of their crippledness, come out of their stiff-neckedness to actually build the kingdom, y'all. Because like I say, in order for us to get our inheritance, we got to do the will. The books are just our will. Now, the will is our inheritance. Because when you receive an inheritance, a will is written. When you receive an inheritance, a will is written. So the written books is the written will for those who accept the Holy Spirit to receive the inheritance, spiritually and physically. Because last time I read, heaven was going to be on earth. So I ain't got to die to get there. Because I'm on earth right now. So what I got to leave for to go to heaven is heaven going to be on earth. So what I got to do? I got to make heaven come on earth. See, that's how you make sense of it. That means I got to make heaven come on earth. And if I get the right number of people, we're going to make it happen. If heaven's going to be on earth. Unless I'm going to leave and come back. I ain't seen nobody do that yet. Now I seen a lot of people leave. So guess what I'm going to do? Like 50 Cent said, I'm going to die trying. So I'm going to bring heaven on earth. And that's where we at right here. And those who understand that, y'all, it's time to get in order. Because we here, we moving, we got an organization. And I don't want to say organization, but we organize. Now we're going to get more organized once some more right people come in. The organization going to get bigger. It's going to get stronger. It's going to get more organized. That's what you call growth. It's called growth and development. But you don't grow and develop in a lie. That's why we ain't developed nothing yet. We still live in a lie. And it ain't no growth, and it ain't no movement, and it ain't no fruit. So what we are seeing now is the growth and the development of what God has actually planted in the earth that's sprouting up, that the whole world finna recognize. It says just like a mustard seed, but when it grows, it's the biggest tree. This right here finna be the biggest tree. It just started off from a seed. Man, I can't talk to lost people, brother. So y'all, like I say, don't forget about the siege of Magdala, y'all. You know, you can see the back of the Bible. It says, I say Bible so much. The back of the book. It's crazy. It says the British Empire against the Ethiopian Emperor. The British Empire against the Ethiopian Emperor. The siege of Magdala. So the whole British Empire was against an emperor? Y'all, the whole British Empire was against an emperor? An emperor, y'all. So what emperor was they against? Oh, he was just anybody. They got the whole United Nations to come against one man. And we don't know nothing. We know about Hitler, Mussolini, Massa Musa, Thor. The list go on and on, man. We don't even know about who the British, it say the British Empire against the Emperor of Ethiopia. It didn't say against the region of Ethiopia. It specifically say the emperor. Now, this emperor is labeled King of Kings and Lord of Lords. So the British Empire was against what? The King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. That ain't deep. That ain't deep, y'all.
They want tricks. People want tricks.
Brother, that's Negus is what King of King is. The Roman Empire united with other nations to take down an emperor in Ethiopia. One man. And this one man sat on King David's throne and was labeled a visionary and King of Kings. I don't know what else to tell you after that. We know nothing about it, y'all. Nothing. We ain't heard a pin drop about this. But we know what went on thousands and thousands of years ago. We was doing this 1,000 years ago. We was doing that 1,000 years ago. She said this 1,000 years ago. He said this 1,000 years ago. 1868, silence. Admit, you get on here and say what happened 6,000 years ago, everybody got a microphone. You don't know who to listen to. Damn, he's saying 1868, everybody put the microphone down. Everybody put the microphone down when you say 1868. So, and look, I asked him, I said, you know anything about 16? Yeah, I know about 1868. 30 seconds later, when it calmed down, tell us what happened in 1868. You tell me what happened in 1868. Well, no, you tell me. You want to talk. So let's talk about something that I might learn. Tell us about 1868. Oh, I don't know nothing about 1868. Why lie? You know, so like I say, y'all, I don't, man, when you say stuff like this and you bring these kind of facts out to our people, and like I said, it's just disappointment. We ain't mad at nobody. It's just strictly disappointment. It's like you ever play sports? You know how some kids' parents don't come to the game, but say they had their best game, they look up in the stands, and they mom and daddy ain't there. They won the championship, and the mom and daddy ain't there. So guess what? Nobody cheering for you, but you just won the championship. Nobody cheering for you. You just won a championship. And then you work hard. That's what the truth is like. That's why this is a cross. You go tell somebody and say, man, get out of here with that bullshit. What? This is what we all been waiting on. This is the information, y'all, that we can actually grab, hold on to, and say, man, look, I ain't never seeking again. But we'll say, get that bullshit out of here and say, man, look, I'm going to pick up my book and we'll cross our legs, and be happy. Be happy.
What verse is that?
I was listening to somebody this morning. If it ain't coming from that scripture or Jesus, I don't want to hear it. And in a way, he right, but he sounds so ignorant. What a book can't, y'all, this Bible can't tell us nothing, y'all. Y'all, if that Bible taught, most people wouldn't read it. You knew that? Because you know what'll be the Bible first word? That's not what I mean. That'll be the Bible first words. Every time you think, that's not what I mean. And guess what you'll do? Get that Bible. You'll close it. That's what the Bible. It'll be like it'll be like a tape recorder. That ain't what I mean. That ain't what I mean. That ain't what I mean. And then guess what you'll do? Or you will say what? Well, what you mean, Bible? And then the Bible will have to tell you. And then once the Bible tell you what it actually means, you wouldn't pick it up no more. But since you've been deceived about what it means, you keep picking it up, looking for something you will never find, which is God and the truth. Because the Bible tell you where to find God at and the truth. The Bible does tell us where to find God at and the truth. But remember, the Bible don't talk. So when you open the Bible, you got to find where the Bible instructs you where the truth is at and where God would be. Because when you open up the Bible don't tell you that, and the Bible don't show you that. You got to go inside the Bible and find where it's instructed you to find God and the truth is at. But if you open up the Bible and you don't find it, you might find something else. Christ healed the blind. So you open up the Bible, that's the first thing you found. But you never found where the Bible say God, what God gonna be and what the truth gonna be. You never read that and that's what made me, because when I was really deep into the Bible, when I first kind of heavy in it, I had it with me a lot. I took it everywhere I go because all I did was study for about 3 years. My whole life surrounded myself around studying, and it is boring. We say the same thing over and over. It's really redundant, So Sometimes it do get a little boring. But when I showed my little girl the Bible, cause she like to read, she say, "Daddy, this is a big old book." He said, "How many pages it is?" You know, and the first thing I thought about, I said, "Damn, you know what? That's right." Because we don't look at stuff like a child, but just by my little girl seeing the Bible, she automatically the first thing come to mind, like, God damn, there's so many books. Give me one book first. Why are you gonna bombard me with 66? Confusion. That's why you might open up the book and you might not find what you really need to find that can help you understand the many books. Because you might need the book of Isaiah before you read Genesis. You might need the book of Jeremiah before you read Genesis. Hell, you might need Revelations and you ain't need none of the rest of the books. You just need to read Revelations. But they ain't give it to us like that. They gave it all to us. Well, then they gave us what they wanted, but then they held a lot back. You know, but like I said, that's something my little girl told me. That's something stuck with me. I'm like, well, damn, I know this is a big book. Most people can't. You can't. I still ain't read the whole Bible. I don't even know how nobody sit down and read the whole Bible unless they doing time. That's why the Bible is meant to be fulfilled and not read and taught. The Bible was never meant for men and women to stand behind it and act like they divinely chosen by God. That's what the devil wants you to believe. Because again, the Bible instructed us where God and the truth gonna come from. And the Bible also instructs us, let every man be a liar. We don't let every man be a liar. And we get lost. So y'all, do we have any questions, y'all? Because we kind of on closing mode. The conqueror. The foundation of truth is rest and conquer. That means you will overcome the lie and you will have rest. That's your foundation. First is for us, and then it's for the world. Once we are saved, we save the world. Once we are saved, we can save the world. So salvation is first for the Jew, because we are the ones that's going to save the world. But salvation is for all nations, every individual that walked the earth with a righteous thought and righteous heart, righteous ways.
So check out the petition on yajuju.com. We have the declaration on there as well. Got more information, other videos, contact.
And tonight we will be live on YouTube, Yajuju. We will be live on YouTube tonight, y'all. So Yajuju, if you subscribe to the YouTube or come to the YouTube tonight around 8 o'clock, you can catch us live. We got a Zoom. You can call in, ask questions. We're going to be kind of going back over the War Strolls again. It's a part 2. Very good book, y'all. Going to be very informational. Because that's why I say we fighting with words. So you definitely go check out the War Strolls, y'all. Come check out the YouTube so you can learn more about the War Strolls. No, 8 Central. 8 Central Time. Central Time Zone. Central. 8 o'clock Central Time. So yeah, y'all can definitely come check that out. You know, we will be live tonight on YouTube.
Just go to
9 Eastern.
The YouTube is Yadru Judah. Just type this in YouTube.
Oh, you're in South Africa. Yeah, so type in the YouTube and subscribe, and you'll get the notification. You know, if you subscribe to the YouTube, you'll get the notification.
And the bio of the petitions in my bio, and it's also on the website.
So the time is now, y'all. Like I say, it's time to unite outside of social media. I think we need to do a video like that. It's time to unite outside of social media. It's time to have talks outside of social media. No, you don't have to pay.
It's YouTube. There's no payment.
Yeah, not to subscribe. Shoot, because I done had in the last days about what? I done had about 400 subscribers. So if it's you got to pay to subscribe, I should have a nice little penny. YouTube jacking me. You know, so no, it shouldn't be none. That's my first time hearing that.
We have no religion.
Mm-hmm. We'll do salute to you, salute.
Peace, peace.
So yeah, y'all, like I say, you can catch us tonight on the YouTube. Check out the declaration, sign the petition, and let's build outside of social media, y'all. Salute, peace and blessings. We'll be out of here.
Peace, peace, y'all.